Good morning, people. It's Sunday.
Good morning.
There's a
Good morning. Pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow.
there's a voice in my head. Good morning. What's going on, people? It's time for the Sunday morning Fishroom Hangout stream. If I can figure out where I'm at, I could say hi to people. I don't know how long I'll be able to have. I forgot to charge my phone. It's almost dead. Whoops. There's already 17 people here. Holy cow. Good morning. Scotty Quaddy, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Eduardo, what's up? Good morning. Scotty the Fish Freak, good morning, sir. Listening while driving to work. Well, have a good day at work, sir. Philadelphia story. I don't know what that's about. Carol Cox, West Virginia. Good morning. Back from morning barn pasture kennel rounds on a windy, cold day. It is very cold today. I don't know where you are. I guess you're in West Virginia, but it's cold here too. It was like 26 degrees this morning. Ooh. All right. Good morning, though. Fishy on Tanktix. Good morning. Thanks for coming. Aqua, Robert. Good morning. Good morning. Ritesh. What's up? Danakin. What up, fish people? Good morning. Who we at? Did I say Fishy on? Good morning. Good morning. Carol Cox. Jen Yu. Good morning. Deb's Aqua Pets. Good morning. I think that's everyone. Dennis Christensen. Hello, hello. I got a cat wrecking things. Monty.
What's Monty up
I
to?
don't know. He's just, as soon as you move things around, he's got to go over there and skulk around and check on it. Dirty cat. So what do we got going on this week? Coffee in here? I do have coffee in here. There's an alarm.
Scotty says it's 33 and windy, messing with his hair.
Speaking of alarm, let's talk about this. One of the things we did last week was start, I guess, rearranging this little area for the 33 long. Oh, you cat. Got this 10-gallon here. I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to set this up as my brackish pseudomugil cyanodorsalis tank. Either breeding, growing out. I don't know what's happening here, but got them up there in a 5-gallon. I want to get a 10. I want to get 2 colonies going. So we're going to start filling it
Oh,
up.
they're still in a 5 gallon only?
Yeah, and they're getting too many in there, man. So I have jugs of RO water. Well, that's what that alarm was to tell me that that jug is full. And I'm going to dump it in here. It's a 10-gallon tank, so I'm going to split it, right? I'm going to do 5 gallons of RO and 5 gallons of salt. Let's see where that comes out. Should be real close.
Alashon says you should have bought that $50 lava rock
I
yesterday.
know. I know. Alshon got his shrimp from last week's giveaway yesterday. Ran into him at a fish shop. And
Adam's Pet
Adam's
Safari.
Pet Safari. Ooh, I gotta put that alarm back. Okay. Fortunately, I only have 2 gallons to go, so 2 gallons at the ready to go. So 2 gallons, and then we gotta wait I think it takes like 20 minutes to fill one of these jugs. So we got time. We got time. We'll fill this up, and we'll do some other stuff too. Oh, you can hear that airstone. I forgot that I had that airstone on. It's a new filter too. I was thinking maybe I should swap the existing filter that's in the current brackish tank and put it in this 10-gallon, because I'm pretty sure there's enough stuff living in the 5-gallon to not really impact much of the cycle. Maybe it's just stay up on the water changer too. That way, or I'll do what I did the first time. Is there was how I seeded the bacteria for the brackish tank is I took one of the rocks from my saltwater tank and I filled the tank half with saltwater, and then drip acclimated for like a day, to bring it back up to brackish, to where I wanted it, 0.015.
Rate says, Rate
I don't think that killed the
said,
bacteria.
if,
Good. If?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
If your salt water is at 1.024 to make it brackish, the ratio is 1 to 3.
1 to 3. Okay, my
Yeah.
my salt water is 1025. In my experience, if I mix a jug of RO with half and half, it comes 1.015, or real close to it. I could be wrong. It's been a little while since I've done this. But this is how I've been mixing my brackish water, is in this 1 gallon green tea container, right? I believe it's 1 gallon. Yep,
Good
128
morning,
fluid
Debbie.
ounces.
Well, I should say good afternoon to you.
Okay, so what I do is I take this jug and I fill it up to there with salt water, and then I fill the rest, which my approximation is about half, because when you get up here, you're losing because the handle and the slimming, slimming, trimming is strimming. Okay, yeah, and this comes out 0.10,
Debbie says
1.015.
same salty ass green tea you're making.
It's some salty tea, man. All right, that's gonna perk down. Hey,
Salty
let me
tea.
switch the camera real quick. What I did earlier this week, while we were off camera, well, milling around in Fishroom. Here, let's change. Let's go to that camera. Two things. I picked up lids for the 33 long. I painted the background black, in case you haven't noticed that. And I started.
Oh, you painted the background black.
I did. I think it looks good.
You told me you did.
I
Yeah.
told you, yeah,
It
but
does look good, yeah.
I was gonna
Can't beat
build.
a black background, in my opinion.
Yeah, you can't. They're one of the best, and I think the fish really like that. I think it makes them feel comfortable. Like secure.
Mm,
Like they got
mm,
somewhere that their back is up against, so they don't have to worry about getting mauled.
mm.
Anyway, I was going to build an underground plenum
I,
for this tank. However, when I went to go look in the bag, I thought I had a whole lot more of these than I do. I only have 3, which is nowhere near enough. So, I guess we'll put that on next week project, and then maybe we'll do that on stream. You want to see the plenum get built? I don't know. But what I also did is not only paint that, but I made one of these like silicone gaskets, just to kind of keep the saw creep down a little. We'll see how it
mm.
works. I mean, anything's got to be better than nothing, right? So,
Damn right, silicone gaskets to all you naysayers.
well, the creep is inevitable, right? All you're doing is slowing it. And if you can keep up on the maintenance, maybe every once in a while take it off, clean everything up, dry it all off, you can kind of keep the creep on away. However, like I did it on my saltwater tank, right? And I haven't touched it in months. Now, most of my creep is coming from the filter. It's in the back. Here, let's see if we can see this. Yeah, there we go.
Most of your creep is
I'm
coming
just a
from
creep.
yourself.
Yes, exactly. But it was getting real bad. It's like real bad right back here, right? It's all coming from the back, and eventually it makes its way to the front. So if I were to clean this off, which it's on the agenda, right? But yeah, it definitely helps. It stopped the creep on this edge like quite a bit around
Scotty
there.
wants to know what kind of alarm you have when that tells you
Oh,
when your
Scotty,
container is full.
that is an awesome question.
Yes.
Hang on a sec. Let's I think I could. Well, here, I'll just bring it over here. Make life easier. I have one of these little what are they called? I can't remember the word for it. There is a word for it though. I can look it up real quick. But these are meant for sight disabled people. They're meant for like putting in like cups, so like when you fill it up, like hot water, boiling water, you don't have to touch it with your finger and burn yourself. So that when both these probes come in contact, simple.
Okay, we get the point.
All right,
Jackass.
that's how they work. I got it on Amazon. I think it was like $10 maybe. Not that expensive,
So there you go, Scotty.
but definitely like
That's how we tell.
you can use them on fish tanks too. Trust me, I've overflow sensors kind of like thing, like so you don't overflow your tank. Trust me, you might want to think
Mm-hmm.
about it. You might want to think about it.
Yeah,
Just saying, you might want to think about it. Does this do anything? Okay, cool.
I'll think about it.
Think about it. Can't hurt.
Jeremy wants one of them 33s.
You would
The
like to
more
see
he
the
looks at
plenum get
yours,
built.
the more he wants one.
All right, Jen, you, and then we'll save it for next week. I will gather the materials. Hopefully, I can get those plates again. I have to go into my Amazon. I can't remember what they're called, but they're in my history somewhere. Same thing with that overflow thing. I could look that up. But anyway, we gotta wait for this water. I have. Oh, here. Let's do this. I have my salt water from my last water change on my saltwater. See, I've gone into this before, but I basically keep 40 gallons of RO water in that trash can right back there, behind those cans of salt or buckets of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And I take that RO water and I put the salt in this one, which is a smaller. I think this is like 30 gallons. I don't remember the size on these.
He
So
puts the salt in the gallon.
I mix this up to the proper. I mix my salt 0.1025.
Salinity.
Salinity. Thank you. That's the word. So when I do my saltwater changes, a lot of times I have extra water left over because maybe only like a gallon or two, and I started saving it in jugs and using it for my brine shrimp, which works great. And then I'd take a gallon or two and thin it down to make it for the brackish tank. So it's been working pretty well. I still have about half. Last time I mixed this up just to do fill up my brine shrimp water and do this tank, which is probably way more than I need.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably end up with extra anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Can't hurt to do more water changes, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. That's the brackish or saltwater setup kind of idea. Here, let me open this. I also bought, when I do these, I'm jumping around here. I've had too much coffee. Deep breaths, okay?
Jump, 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 jump,
Deep breaths.
jump around.
My brain is working faster than my mind, and I can go. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the 33 long and the plenum. I've built one of these before a long time ago in a stream. I think there's one in the video on when I built the blind cave tetra tank. I put one in there. But it's been a long time, so we'll go through that. But what I do is, the biggest problem building these plenums is these lift tubes, right? And where to get them. So this is like the perfect lift
Yeah,
tube,
because
right?
according to what you said, those plates don't come with lift tubes,
Yeah, they're
right?
just the plates, right? And they snap together. Let me see if I can find. I had a bunch of these already prepped. And when I broke down some other ones, let's see if they're in there. No, they're not in that. But somewhere in here I have.
But but
But sorry. But somewhere in here I have these little caps that I use to put on top instead of using the little like cartridge thingy lift tube.
newcomers, Eric Wyrock, good morning, and Vibes, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Thanks for coming by. Where the heck are they? They were here. Maybe I have them in a drawer. Would they be in a box?
Would they be in a box?
Would they?
Could they be in a drawer?
They could. Let's see.
Could their
Canister.
nickname be Yahoo?
Where are they? I don't know. Somewhere around here, but they're in all the tanks already. And what they are is they're little electric conduit caps, and they snap perfectly in here. And I just drill holes in them. So if I can't find them, I'm gonna have to get them too. But anyway, what I was talking about those lift tubes is they're hard to
And
come by, and the only way I've ever found them is like I guess I could buy like just a tube and cut it. I guess that would probably be the easiest, cheapest way. But I just buy these.
Eduardo wants to know, could you serve them with green eggs and ham?
Probably these are like whatever the underground filters you get at under gravel filters you get at like the Petco big box store, Imaginarium. But I just use these in steel. Ow!
Okay,
Ooh, that hurt.
and steal
Steal the lift tubes.
uplift tubes,
Yep.
right?
And the other thing I like
Deep
about stealing
question
this
into
too.
why not just use those instead of
That's a good question. Good question. Okay, but hang on, let me show you. First of all, the one that I got here, this was 20 bucks. Okay?
right?
And this is only for a 29-gallon tank. So you'd
Mm-hmm.
probably need two of these.
Right.
And I don't like how like that's not very big compared to where's the here it is. Can we see?
It's not very much space.
Yeah, this has a bigger, this is like an inch. This is like maybe half.
Mm,
And it's tapered, so it gets
that's what she
shallower
said.
at this end and thicker at that end.
Right.
So I take that, and the other reason I like buying these, well, this one has 4 lift tubes in it, which is all I needed. Apparently, I had one from last time that I didn't even know about, so now I'm gonna have 2 extra, or one extra. Still gonna have 1 extra because I'm probably gonna put. I would like to put 4 lift tubes in this one. I think 1 on each end, and maybe, or maybe only 3. Maybe I'll do 1 in the middle. Maybe we do 4.
Damn, 3G. 3G coming in hot.
What do you say? What do you say?
He,
Let's go. Let's do this,
he
3G.
said that the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Like I don't expect any different results. I expect the same results I have. What results should I expect differently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on,
3G.
3G. Let's hear it.
Explain yourself.
Exactly. You come at me like that, you go come out with me with responses. All right, these I don't ever use, so I just chuck them out. Same thing with these. Right? Kind of, I don't know, useless in my opinion.
Greg's Planted Tank says UGF takes up too much space in a short tank for my liking.
Yeah, but I kind of always like that deeper substrate look because kind of like that tank. Believe it or not, that's got one in it. So do these. Like that's maybe a little too thick for a 33. Try and keep it like the thinner. So I think maybe like around here by the time like I think the plenum pretty much almost comes up right around where this lip is on the inside, right? You can see it. It's a little bit higher. Let's bring this over here.
Peplin, good morning. Good morning.
So like you can see, it's just a little bit above that rim. So if you figure put about an inch or two, like an inch of gravel, an inch of sand, you're about here-ish, which seems to be about right. Deeper substrate.
3G 3G says another BBA factory.
See, why do you think that? Because an undergravel filter creates BBA? If anything, people always complain that undergravel filters were nitrate factories, right? But doesn't that automatically seem that like it's doing its job efficiently as hell, right? Isn't the end product of the nitrogen cycle nitrates, according to current thing? So doesn't that mean if you're pumping out nitrates, it means it's doing its job? Plus, you got the plant balance thing. I think that's the whole thing in tanks is the plant
And Peplin is
balance.
asking, is plenum the new word for undergravel filter?
Well, maybe. See, under gravel filter, maybe we should clarify this. All right, let's clarify this. Under gravel filters traditionally were thinner, right? And they had huge lift tubes, right? And then you had the little,
Right.
where's that plastic thingy on it?
So the flow was a lot faster.
Yes, it would create a more of a draw, right? I mean, look at this thing. This thing's huge. This wouldn't even fit in that tank, right? So that's traditionally
Right.
what an under gravel filter is, right? Now, for whatever reason, there's only
Yeah.
2 of these in here, so I guess I was wrong about there was 4 in there, even though I thought the picture showed 4. Oh well, I guess I'm going to use all 3 then. I guess we're using 3. Problem solved. I was going to get to this. The other thing I like about using those kits is because they come with these hard ones too, which are good for the caps that go in there. Okay. All right. So let's just save that. Air stones we can use somewhere. Okay.
Okay.
Now that was
Now,
what I call an underground filter. Now is a plenum. The actual definition of a plenum is just an empty space, right? So this plate creates the empty space underneath the gravel. The lift tubes will be much shorter and they'll create less of a draw, so it's not sucking in and pumping out, you know what I mean, choking up the gravel or the substrate. It's supposed to be like a smooth, slow draw just to allow stuff to keep moving through, which is what I think personally is a more realistic experience of what an actual river system or a lake system would be like, right? Nowhere is, unless you're like in a dead like pool of water somewhere that's like, going to dry up, does water just sit on the gravel. And like, the water in a stream or a river or a lake is moving through that substrate, albeit very slow, it's moving. So I think that makes more of a natural thing. Plus, the second reason I like using them is because I think any nutrients in the tank get drawn out into the substrate and then the plants can take it up a lot easier. But that's just opinion. I don't know if that's actually true. I usually don't use these, but I do save them in case. I don't know. Maybe I should just use these.
Peplin said that you need draw because the way they work is the gravel is the media and the filtration happens by water moving through the medium. The
Yeah.
more flow, the better it filters.
Right, exactly. Because yeah, exactly. You're using your gravel instead of using whatever bio balls or whatever the heck sponge filters. You're essentially gravel becomes that. Yeah, so you want it to be moving through faster. But however, these tanks don't rely on that. This is just a secondary system, I guess. If that makes any sense. They usually do sponge filters, which I probably will do
You
at
want
least,
slow moving draw through it.
just to keep it.
So
Yeah,
doesn't that
because
also allow a different type of
yeah,
bacteria to grow,
and
one that
that's exactly that's the
doesn't
whole thought.
require as much oxygen?
That's the whole thought process behind this. The science supposedly. I don't know how true this is or what, but the whole thought process is that because the water is going slower, there's less free oxygen in that gets drawn down through the substrate, and anaerobic or anoxic is what they call it, bacteria will start to grow, or some bacteria will actually change from being an oxygen consuming bacteria to a non-oxygen consumer or a non-free oxygen consuming bacteria, and that's where supposedly it creates another, the nitrogen cycle goes ammonia to nitrites to nitrates. And there are people that say that there are other bacteria that can create nitrates and break them down and then free nitrogen and whatever the eight is. What is it? Oxygen, right?
Thus, thus forming a complete
Just
cycle.
forming the complete cycle so that eventually, I don't know, that's the idea. Some of it, and some of that supposedly
Hmm.
consumes
Yeah.
nitrates. I don't know. And phosphates.
Geek Boy
Anything with
made
an
a
eight.
comment. He says, "Yeah, Geek Boy says, yeah, that's so much more different than a under gravel filter
Well, if it's moving faster
because
than an
it's
under
just
gravel,
not it's not, it's just not a plain under gravel filter.
yeah, it's like
It's
it's the same concept but
slower
different.
draw.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking terminology here, right? So when I say plenum, that's what I mean by plenum, as opposed to under gravel filter.
Hmm.
Whether there's actually, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should I should enroll in some university classes and figure this out. We'll get down to the bottom of it, but that might take a little while, guys.
And Geek Boy was asking, Geek Boy is asking, do your other plenum tanks have lower nitrates?
That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't tested all my plenum tanks. Uh, I don't know how much it's helping, honestly. We've tested this tank quite a bit. I don't know about lower nitrates. I suppose maybe if I don't know. Maybe if I
And
stopped feeding as heavy as I do, they would consume the nitrates, but the plants would too.
3G still insists that it's a BBA stagnant box.
What?
Slow draw BBA stagnant box.
Well, how is it All right, how is it more stagnant than
Yeah,
if you
but
had no undergravel filter? That would be completely stagnant.
not only that, you have to understand that is not his sole means of filtration
Yeah,
either.
and all right, how about this? Can you explain the BBA in the tanks that don't have the undergravel filters or the plenums? This one doesn't have it. That one doesn't have it. A lot of these tanks don't have it, but they all have BBA. So I don't know. I think I just have
Hmm.
a BBA problem on top of other shit. I do also notice it polishes the water quite nicely too, especially when you add the sand. It becomes like a like a fine filter. Either way, it's my
And
tank, and I'm gonna do it.
Pepin said that I was
Good.
Pepin said I was a huge under gravel filter guy way back in the day, but I would run power heads on them.
Oh yeah,
Creates a lot of flow.
yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. Well, they do the job, right? Back in the day, those were the greatest things ever, right? I mean, there were no hang on the backs. You either had the box filters that you put in the corners, or a under gravel filter. Really, those were the options. And guess what? People were keeping fish. And I can understand, like, if you were doing no maintenance and stuff like that, that these might become a problem. Well, the traditional ones might become a problem. I'm not too sure about the plenums. Because to me, that's just a slow moving, just keeps things moving,
And Geek Boy
not
says,
stagnant.
so an under gravel filter pulls water through the substrate to work as a filter, but a plenum tank slowly pulls water through the substrate to work as a filter. Got it.
Yup. Okay. So, by your analogy, a sponge filter is doing the same thing. It's still a filter, right? And a hang on the back is the same thing as a sponge because it's still pulling water through and filtering it. And I mean, we're talking about subtle nuances here, man, right? What's the difference between a sponge filter and a hang on the back? They're doing the same thing. How about a canister filter? Same thing, right? Still filtration. So we're talking about nuances here, right? That's my opinion.
Mm.
Let's see where this is at. Almost there.
Peplin says, I use under gravel filters with HOBs.
Hang on back. So yeah, cool.
3G 3G was saying just a matter of time. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. But what experience? I mean, this is all like You're coming at me like this is all established fact, right? Like, where's your proof? I haven't seen any. I've seen people use under gravel filters for decades. No problems. I've seen people using plenums. No problems. Hang on the backs, whatever. So you're taking it as gospel, but you have no backing, right? Other than some anecdotal evidence. That's what I have a problem with. Like, there's no, everybody takes things as like, oh, you can't do that, but you don't know why, right? Or you have no actual, oh, they're nitrate factories. Who says that? Where's the proof? I haven't personally ever seen it, and I've been using an gravel filter since the 80s, 70s, probably. Actually, yeah, probably since the 70s.
I don't know. I've heard some people say the same thing about about those filters that you have outside, like FX6
Canisters. Yeah, that's the same idea, isn't it?
canister
That's the
filters.
same idea as
I've
an under
heard
gravel filter.
I've heard some people say I've heard some people say that they are nitrate factories. You know,
Which, I mean, if they do
so
turn out to be nitrate factories, maybe there is something to that because they work on the same exact principle as an under gravel filter. Same exact, right? Drawing it through media at high speeds or whatever. Not high speeds, but quickly. Okay. And some of these tanks
and
have been set up for
Shanna coming
years.
in
So,
and
yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We need more science. This is the third gallon.
WTF WT WT Flies says a plenum is an under gravel filter. It's exactly the same thing. And you're saying no, it isn't.
Okay. What I'm saying is an under gravel. All right. Apparently, I didn't explain this. The difference.
It's a slower
It's
flow.
a slower flow, which is the whole idea behind that, or at least the thought process is that when you create a slower flow than an actual traditional under gravel. All right, they're both using gravel as like a way of drawing down the water through it and then perking it back up, right? So in that essence, yes, they're both under gravel filters, okay? But the reason I'm calling it a plenum and not an under gravel filter is because the plenum is supposed to be a slower draw, which will create an atmosphere where there's little or no free oxygen, right? And the idea is that creates a different form of bacteria that grows that can consume different parts of the
A
nitrogen cycle.
bacteria that doesn't need uh, high oxygen to survive.
Yeah, and it
A
and
high
it and it
oxygen
consumes things.
content.
It'll get its oxygen from things that are already locked up, like molecules that have oxygen in them, which is like
Yeah.
a nitrate
It
or a nitrite, I guess would have oxygen in it too. So that's the idea. That's why I was trying to
Shanna coming in. Good morning, Shanna. And
differentiate.
she's saying, wait, isn't that what a filter is supposed to be? A nitrate factory?
That was my original point. It's like, isn't that the whole point of a filter? Is to create nitrates? Otherwise, it's not really doing any filtration.
And Glitch coming in. Good morning,
Good
Glitch.
morning.
Ricky De Hoyos. Good
Good
morning.
morning, Ricky. I'm gonna put this filter's heater in here. I don't know if I'm gonna plug it in. Yeah, I guess it's under deep enough now. This is a little preset heater. I might have to. There we go. I gotta take this headset off so I can get
Three
underneath.
and 3G says I run 4 under gravel filters, not knocking them, just busting balls. Damn fun killer.
Dude, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to bust your balls. I'm just trying to explain my position here. I feel like you're attacking me. Damn it. What is this scale?
Jeremy says I have a few under gravel filters. Can't beat free fil- filters. I made a few using egg crates, PVC pipes, and a mesh.
That sounds great. Perfect. I gotta take my headset off so I can get under here and plug this in. I'll be right back.
If you use an if you use air only in an undergravel filter, it will clog in the areas and create areas slow flow and hence a plenum. Hmm. Geek Boy says the one I have is pretty loud and it is not sure if it would bother neighbors. Should I be singing, people? You want me to sing? I'm gonna change up because it's been
Okay.
told to me by people like Patty that I'm a one horse, a one trick pony.
What, you didn't sing?
So I'm not. No, I did not sing.
Did you let these people suck the joy out of your life, man? Don't, no, man. Sing, man. Sing for us.
Patty says I'm a one trick pony.
Can't live by Patty's rules, or you'll end up like Patty.
Bitter.
Exactly. All right. Okay, so are we square on why I'm calling them plenums and not undergravel filters, even though they are very similar and do the same thing? This the plenum is supposed to do a little more. That's it. Same idea, but different. Whoops. So yeah. Okay, moving on.
Yes, yes, Vinay. I am the minister of plecos.
That's right. Somebody got some plecos yesterday too, didn't they?
Oh yeah, I did.
Kind did you
I
get?
got two more L046s.
Oh, somebody's getting a colony going. Beware.
I know I got six.
Why doesn't that fit in there right? Something's weird about this. Because that's not in there right. Hang on, let's move that out of the way. Pull it back. This lid is a little tighter now that I've adjusted everything, so I gotta make sure it's, yeah, good to go. Okay. Okay. Whew. Danae, good morning, by the way. Here comes the rain again.
Uh, Alshon said undergravel filters were the go-to filter for SW tanks. What's SW?
Salt water.
In the 60s and the 90s. Oh, saltwater.
Oh, that's right.
Way before coral propagation took hold.
That's right. All right,
Mm.
where's this stupid thing? He is not wrong.
See, and
Wait, what does the red laser
the
say
only
here?
reason people, the only reason that they move away from undergravel filters is because I think, with the onslaught of like powered filters and stuff like that, people didn't have to like clean the gravel as much or something like that. I guess. I don't know. They could just clean their filter that's outside of the tank as opposed to cleaning the gravel inside of the tank.
Right. Why is... There it is. Wait, that's not what I wanted. There.
And
That's what I
Pepe
wanted.
says, "Wish I could spell all the words I want to say." LOL.
Sarah has a new product that breaks down nitrates. A glass and plastic media covered with carbon creates an environment to break down nitrates. Glass and plastic media covered with carbon. Glass and plastic media. Interesting. I wonder what does that. Yeah, I'm not.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds kind of wild. Death of undergravel filter was too much tool time and Top Gear. It was too much tool
More
time
power.
and Top Gear. I see. Yeah. Well, I mean, there
Yeah.
is. I mean, things are convenient, right? Like sometimes hang on the backs are great. You know, to kind of set them and forget them if you do you put your own media in there. Don't do the cartridges.
And you see with the onslaught of all those power filters and this and that, it created more flow.
Yeah.
And for some fish, more flow is
Yeah,
better
exactly is what they want.
than
Especially
than
saltwater
the
stuff like that.
flow that is created by a undergravel filter. And the gravel filter doesn't create as much flow as a power filter.
You are correct. All right, what else we got? Remember last week when we broke those tanks down and I pulled plants out and I stuck them in a little container? Well, I never did anything with those plants other than like floated the container in a fish tank.
Oh my gosh.
So we can plant those.
Pepper,
Plus, I got to do a little. I mean, there's a little algae growing in that tank, and guess what? It's not blackbeard. It's another type. We could admire the different algae I can grow for a change. All right, I'm gonna swap cameras real quick.
ah,
Swap to this one.
WT Flies
Bam.
says they moved away from undergravel filters because once you sell a plastic plate, all other sales are over.
Yep, that's part of it. The same thing with
It's
sponges.
it, purely marketing and all about the money. Exactly, because a lot of the hang-on backs needed cartridges, which you had to replace every 2 weeks or something like
And
that,
that's
which
why
was,
the undergravel filters,
more money in the manufacturer's pockets.
like the one that I just showed you, that's why they come with those little tubes that have cartridges in them because they want you to buy like replacement carbon. Even though it's an undergravel
Yeah,
filter, they still want to get you on something that you want to, like some sort of revenue stream, I guess. All right.
and Peplin was making a comment that a statement about aerobic bacteria refers to the group of microorganisms that grow in the presence of oxygen and thrive in the ano anode. He wasn't lying about these words that he can't spell because I can't pronounce them.
All right, hang on.
And the growth in the absence of the oxygen and cannot survive in the presence of anox jiggy 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 environment.
Anoxic jiggy jiggy cannot survive in an anoxic and not anoxigenic.
Anox
Wow. Woo. Woo. That's a word.
environment.
Look at this. Look at this algae. Look at this.
Yeah,
Now we're
and that
growing.
has no plenum,
Actually, it does.
doesn't it?
It does have a plenum.
Oh shit!
Nice try though. I
Damn
appreciate.
it!
Would have been awesome if it was true though. Look at that. Green hair algae.
And Peplin says that's the difference between an undergravel filter and a plenum.
Yes. I believe that's what I was
All
trying
them
to
big words
explain.
that he
I
just
was trying
used.
to explain that. I don't know if I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't do that. The bacteria
No,
doesn't use free oxygen, right? There's very little oxygen, and if the oxygen that is there, the oxygen that is there is locked into something like a molecule. Like nitrate is nitrogen with a whole lot of oxygens on it.
And Vibes is going to church.
Have fun, Vibes. Thanks for stopping in.
Amen.
I'm just gonna try and get some of this algae
3G
out.
says I had a 75 gallon with an undergravel filter and had 4 stacks with a 250-gallon power head and raised discus back in the 80s for years.
Nice. Yeah, that was back when discus were the hardest thing on earth to keep. Any sort of flux, too many nitrates were supposedly killing them off.
Mm, mm.
I'm just gonna grab some of this algae.
And Heat Boy says we get it. One uses a term from the 70s, the other uses the
Ah,
one
yes.
uses a term from the 70s, the other uses the hoity-toity word plenum.
Okay.
Hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity. I think that's what you have the real problem with. You think it's a hoity-toity term. That's on you, dude. That's on you. All right.
Good morning, Robert.
What's up, Robert? All right. I'll pull some of this algae out. I mean, I could stay all day pulling this algae out. Probably gonna have to do a water change in this just because of how much stuff I'm stirring up. But the other problem is all the plants are just floating around in this tank somewhere. So I gotta locate half of them. All right, let's move that over there. Let's get this lid off. Let's put it somewhere I'm not gonna break it. Okay. Feels like a long time since I've put
And
that jug over there now.
W WT Flies said that the undergravel filter will have areas of a very slow flow to no movement of water once clogged
That's
after a
true.
short time. Hence, they are the same thing in short time.
All right, well
The
that's fair.
plenum.
That's fair. Uh,
That is
that
fair,
is
yeah.
fair.
And he is right
He's not wrong.
because eventually the gravel will get clogged with
It's true, and it
you
will
know
slow the flow.
detritus and whatever, and it will slow the flow.
So yeah, okay, you win. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, from now on, don't call it plenum, just call it undergravel filter, and everybody will be happy.
Will they? I'm not sure that they will. And I think once you
Thank
once
you,
you
Robert.
placate the masses and give them what they want, then they just expect it all the time. Then they just walk all over you.
So
This is a
you're
power
not
struggle,
one to
damn it.
give in.
Actually, I don't care one way or the other. All right, here's some of the plants. These are a bunch of crypts. It's another crypt. Let's get rid of the dead leaves.
3G, shoot, I have a plenum in my tank.
Oh
Called
shit!
it an intake. What happened?
I knocked over that thing with all the algae. Hopefully, oh, of course it did. It's like on the wall.
And WT Flies says, don't use power head as you want the slow movement. That's the whole point.
Right.
And yes, Robert, my colony is up to 6 now.
Oh yeah. Your 146s or 46s?
Well, my
046s.
my count, yeah, is up to 6 of them now.
That's good. Still little guys though.
But
Some
they're
are.
all very
Yeah, I
young
was gonna
fish,
say they're still
so
pretty
yeah,
little, so it's gonna be a little while.
yeah.
Oh man.
It's gonna be a little while of not seeing them ever. but I can live with that.
Are they in there with
Just
any other
knowing that
fish
they're
or
there.
any other plecos?
Huh?
Are they in there with any other plecos, or are they by themselves?
No, no, they're the only plecos in there. There are pygmy cories in there,
Gotcha.
but
Well, that's
no
yeah,
plecos.
yeah. I'm gonna bury this. Oops. All right, I gotta get wet. Oh, I realized I'm blocking the entire camera view here. But the Anubius fell all the way to the bottom. The 90. Going in, folks.
Master Eduardo, you're not the boss of me, so don't tell me what to do. So there.
So, huh. This looks like green temple plant. So we should plant this. Plant it somewhere where there's kind of a lot of light. Right here. It's good to me.
John McKenzie, 3G, throw a turbo.
What?
Can you hear me?
Well, you just said something and just kind of trailed off, so I have no idea what you were saying. I can hear you. 3G what? That's all I heard. 3G and then
He said, no, John,
nah, I totally lost him. Oh,
John
there.
McKenzie was telling 3G to drop a turbocharger in, and you'll have a plenum with a power head.
Mmm. All right, here's a bunch of crypts. I don't think we should put the crypts in the highlight. Maybe. Well, if they do put them in the highlight, then it becomes. Then they start turning like that, like getting darker green, maybe more pinks. Can't hurt. It's back there. I don't know. We're gonna stick this.
Well, yeah, Eduardo, that means I'm very blissful.
Not sure if I'm gonna put all these crypts in here because I don't think there's enough space for all these crypts. But I do think I'm
Our
gonna put the Anubis in
aquatics
here.
universe says, Jason, I got you with plenum. I like that term better.
All right, cool.
And
It's a battle. Oh, you know
Kev-
what, dude?
Kevin says, Jason, it is great that you bring up these debates and speak more real fish conversations. Love it.
Well, thank you. Try my best. All right, well, let's do this. How about this? Since we're all on this hot topic here, how the heck?
And I'm sure 3G loves it too.
Why can't I? Where's the
And
stupid?
WT Flies to ask, can I ask with this new tank that Jason doesn't move any plants from the Blackbeard tanks, and let's see if the Blackbeard is just in the water this time.
Now that is an interesting proposition there. Like treat it. Well, I think half the problem is the reason I got Blackbeard and all these tanks is I probably transferred it around with the Python. If that makes any sense. Oh,
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense.
very interesting because I'm looking at. I am on my channel. I am logged in under my account, and I can't. I can't find a way to make a poll anymore. Oh, here it is. Okay, I think I moved it. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's add opinions. So plenum, plenum. I believe that's spelled right, or we can lose this option, right? Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need to. Hoop. Pow. There you go.
And Vinay saying we need Dr. Novak to enter
Dr. Novak has entered the
the
chat.
debate.
And then we got to have
The
Father Fish
debate.
coming in. And it'll be like a throwdown of the century. Are these plant weights? These are plant weights.
Damn. And the grapple is
Deep
winning the
substrate.
gold.
Is it? Like, well, we'll let it run for a little bit here. I think I'm going to put this plant weight on this Anubius. And I'm going to shove it in this corner so that it can just grow up there. I don't have to worry about it floating around. Perfect idea. I think I should do that again. Do I have any more plant weights? Probably not. Thought I did. What did I just do with the bag? Oh. Now, I literally just had it in my hand. What did I
And
do?
John McKenzie was saying, embrace the BB. It's part of your life now.
It has become. Oh, here it is. I was like, I knew I just set this somewhere. All right, I got 2 more plant weights. Should be enough. Should be enough. Let me check on
And
this. What is going on here? Is this
Vinay was
overflowing?
saying, I, I think having it on a separate filtration system would be a good idea as well to see if it's the water, plants, or both.
Okay. Now, how are we going to ensure that the plants don't have BBA? I mean, yes, I won't take them from other tanks, but that doesn't mean that where I'm getting them from doesn't have it either. Because I believe that was my original problem, is where I got my plants from, is they had BBA, and then apparently my water likes it. There was a
Hmm.
time before
Select
blackbird algae around here. There was a time.
Select Pet said plenum and undergravel filter are different. Some undergravel filters have plenum, but not all.
Okay.
Hmm.
That needs a little elaboration there. Maybe stick that in there. That gunky thing. Oh, now it's going below.
And
And
WT Fly says it is this is our one chance to solve the Blackbeard mystery. Keep it
yes,
segregated.
I agree. I'm going to. That's a great idea, and I think we're gonna do that. Problem is, I mean, obviously I'm gonna need plants, right? Or I want plants in there. So,
And
how do
George
we?
is here. Good morning, George.
Maybe we just quarantine the plants and see for a while. Then it requires another tank. What's up, George? I'm guessing that's aqua balls, George.
Yeah.
Good morning. Okay, I think we're good. Some more plants. Bunch more Anubius. We got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Eduardo
5
saying,
sprigs.
but has anyone ever thought that maybe it's because of Jason's personal hygiene
That's what I'm
and
saying.
that's why the BBA grows everywhere he touches it?
I gotta treat that tank like I treat my duckweed tank. Like it's infected, right? So every time I deal with the duckweed tank, I use like strict
Yeah.
like quarantine protocols. I make sure that the python gets rinsed off before I put it anywhere else. Actually, half the time I don't even put the python in that tank because it's on a system, so I don't need to. So I can put it in the top tank where there is no blackbeard algae or duckweed. Okay. So
George is saying it's 7 a.m. here in Los Angeles.
nice. Good morning. That means it's 10 a.m. here.
And Jeff Kane is asking, does Fishimon have black-beard algae in tanks? Actually, I do. In
And
in
and how did you
one of my tanks
come to get
has
this blackbeard
black-beard
algae?
algae.
How did you get this blackbeard algae?
I think it's from you.
I got it from you, man.
I think it was from you.
I'm gonna put these crypts in that tank. I think this tank needs more plants.
I think all it took was for Jason to stick his hand in one of my tanks,
That's it.
and I got black bear
I
algae.
have like the Midas touch, except it's like the reverse Midas touch.
Mm.
Oh yeah, and
No, I think it was because I got plants from you
yeah, I do remember that. Oops.
that had black bear algae on it.
Apparently we're not doing so hot here. What's going on? There we go. Okay. Tissue culture plants. There's an idea. Hey, that would give us an excuse to go to that store that we were talking about. That one down out your
Yeah,
way. That Tropica store, the one that has Tropica
yeah.
plants.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they
Mm-hmm.
sell tissue culture,
They sell tissue cultures.
tropica tissue culture plant.
Yeah, and I don't trust. I mean, so does Petco. Trusts their tissue. Has tissue. Wow, tissue culture plants. Woo! Man, things are going hard today. um, but I don't trust them, man. Every single time I've gotten plants from them, they have never lived.
George says I don't mind black bear algae as long as it's not out of control.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm kind of with you on that. It's not that bad. I've seen worse. It's the rads right here. They're doing good. They're actually looking really good. Here,
Come
sweet.
on, people. Have anybody ever seen um
That was
what's her name now? The
4.
fish pimp, Rachel O'Leary.
That's right.
She had a tank
That was cool.
that had black-beard algae waving, waving at you in the flow, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then she said that one day it just died. It just all
I think
died.
what happens is the tank kind of like whatever matured out. Like the Blackbeard. I don't know what it is, but there's something, right?
She had it in that huge tank, the 6 foot tank that had the all her Bashirs and shit like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and
These are the roots to
gars.
the pothos. Should almost trim that. Some guppy grass. Yeah. Okay. This will be number 4, I believe, of the RO water. So we got one more. Then we start adding salt water. We'll see how it shakes out. So far we got 4 gallons. Maybe we'll stick with 4, and then we'll have like a 2 gallon buffer zone. Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll keep filling these, but we'll switch to salt. Let me rinse this off so it's not all dirty. I don't like sticking dirty things in my salt tank or my salt reservoir.
Sweet Tea
Try to keep it
says
clean.
Danny needs to do a parody of the song Black Cloud following me for the BBA style.
Yeah. All right, hang on. What we should do? Can I? Oh, there we go. I was like, why can't I get down there? Because I just needed to use a little. I needed to yux it. All right, we're gonna put 4 gallons in, and then I guess we're gonna see where it's at.
The what?
What are you saying?
Hmm. Huh?
This is 1.
What the Fly says Blackbeards were popular in the 70s. Then people shaved more down there. Thank you for the trend, for that trend.
Oh, Stop splashing. Okay, that was one. I might have to, the water's gonna get too low to fill the jug up. Whoops. This is two. I really need a towel, man. I'm dripping salt water everywhere. Yeah, in 3G, apparently
Did you
your
say you don't like
trophy came
the
back, man. I don't know
hesitation
what
with
happened
salt
there.
water?
What? I mailed out the trophy to 3G for whatever Saturday morning cartoons, and for whatever reason, I got the notice that it was being returned to sender because the
Yeah.
delivery address isn't, it wasn't right. I don't know. I don't know. It hasn't come back yet. It was in my local place yesterday, so I'll probably get it Monday. And we'll figure out why. I'm guessing maybe something happened to the label, became unreadable, unless I gave the lady the address. She typed it in. Who knows? You never know. Either way, I'll get it to you. Might take a minute. It's already taking a minute. Anyway, what were you saying? Okay.
3G says, I always feel like BBA is watching me and I have no privacy.
But I do like that tissue culture idea, so we might
In
have to
my
try
best
that.
Michael Jackson voice.
And I'm going to have to do some sort of like, if I do water changes on that tank, I got to make sure I sterilize. Like, we're talking like bleach the python. At least the tube that goes in the tank, right? This is 3, I think, right?
Bleach it.
Yeah, kill anything.
Bleach it. Yeah, but but you don't have chlorine coming out of the tap, right? Because of your
Yeah,
filter setup.
usually.
Because I was just gonna
Should be.
say, if you just wash it under the tap water, the chlorine should kill it, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but like I
Not
said,
necessarily,
I don't know.
but
I think over
you
time, yeah.
don't have chlorine coming out of your tap water.
Correct. Well, it's being filtered out of my tap
Correct,
water. It's
mundo.
being filtered out of my tap water.
Yeah,
I got 2
yeah.
carbon block filters it usually goes through by the time it hits the fill for the tanks.
And Alishon says, "Good thing you hand delivered my trophy."
That's right. And I won't be shipping with UPS, that's for sure. First of all, that was a dumb mistake. I shouldn't have done that. It was not cheap. And
Good
apparently they
morning,
can't handle a
Bunny.
package. Good morning, who? Ow! Jesus.
Bunny Piper.
Good morning, Bunny. Come on. Well, this is 4. So I'm gonna fill this up. Now we're at a 50-50 mix here, so we'll see what this comes out as. If we need to thin it out, we got 2 gallons of room. If it seems like it's going good, we can just keep doing what we're doing. So let's dump this in, give it a minute to kind of work its way around. Now, guess we could give that a minute. Just stir up, close that lid. Oops, there we go. We got a little bit of salt water left. It's getting low. Probably about 15 gallons, maybe 10 gallons. Maybe only 5.
Bunny Viper says, "Wow, Jason, what kind of earphones are you using? Those are fantastic."
The ones I got on are it's one of those Logitech. I don't know if it says the model number on it. I don't think it does. Somewhere. G something or other. Hang on. Whoops. Let's see. Muted myself.
Jeff King says, Jason, use a 5-gallon bucket. Put the python in the bucket, and
All right.
use a new siphon to drain into the bucket.
Yeah, I do have a siphon that I could probably. Well, I do have a siphon. I'll just clean it. It's the one I use for the brackish
Like
tank.
not to contaminate the new tank.
Yeah, I use this. Actually, this siphon is the one I use for the brackish tank. So obviously it's a lot smaller, but I don't
Come
think.
on, man. How much is a siphon on Amazon? You want me buy you a brand new siphon so you can
Yeah.
get this experiment done correctly?
Jesus Christ. All right, I'll get a siphon. Damn it. I mean, I didn't know that wasn't good enough for you. You're impatient.
Use a
Can't you can't
brand new siphon.
can't wait? Oh wait.
So this is a experiment here that scientific experiment that we're about to encounter here. You know.
23% said plenum. All right, plenum it is. Love it.
Ah, jokes on everybody. Didn't know that the poll was a reverse poll.
Joke's on you. It didn't matter your opinion. No. All right, let's see if we can get these guys on camera. These rads are looking rad.
And what the flies? Hy- Hydrogen peroxide is the ideal fish room tool.
Perfect.
I use it to keep eggs from fungus and sterilize things, sterilize tanks, kill algae and blackbeard,
Perfect.
and all no odor.
Yeah, actually, I need to get more peroxide, honestly.
And Alashon says it puts the python in the bucket.
Or it gets the hose again. Can we do this? Does that make it better? Yes, that does make it a little better. Trying to get rid of this glare. This tank is such a horrible glare. Uh-oh. What's happening? Are we lagging out? Is it me?
And Lady Diane wants to know if it's okay to put it directly. Is it okay to directly use it in the tank? Hydrogen peroxide.
Now, I don't know about that. I've heard people can use like spot inject it into places. That to me that seems very dangerous. If it gets like you could easily kill a fish, I think. But I've heard people do it. So I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't. I used it like I did it on my 90 gallon. I drained it down the tank and then I sprayed the what do you call them? The rocks that had the algae on it. And then I filled the tank back up. But obviously the fish couldn't get hit by that. So I mean maybe I wouldn't do it underwater. Plus I don't know how effective it is because it gets really like hydrogen peroxide. From what I understand, like once it's disturbed or whatever, it actually turns into water. Like it loses that hydrogen peroxide is H2O2, and it loses one of those oxygens and becomes water. So it becomes inert. That's why peroxide only lasts for like his dates.
What the fly says, now we get to watch Jason eventually contaminate this tank. We get we get to point out when it happens. So
Yup. Yup.
so will it be a rag, fish, fishnet, hose, plant? Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, now we gotta really step this up. Okay, let's switch the camera again. Because I have.
And Jeremy was saying, doesn't it just turn into oxygen in the water, completely harmless?
Yeah. Well, it will, but if that H2O2 hits the gills of a fish, it's going to really wreck it, right? So it doesn't happen instantly, but it happens quickly. So that's what I'd be worried about, getting too much of like a cloud of, it's like a poison cloud, right? It's going to dissipate quickly, but if you're in that cloud, you take a good long whiff of chlorine
Greg
gas, it's
planted
gonna,
tank.
it's gonna help you, hurt you. Anyway, here's a
Greg
brand new
planted
tank, or
tank says I use peroxide. I use peroxide on. Well,
he uses
I use
peroxide.
peroxide on problem spots. No issues.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing it. Just got to be, spot it, right? Spot right at the source, and be careful that there's no fish there. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't know. I don't trust myself enough. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I've heard. I mean, plenty of people have heard do it. So be careful. All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was saying I have a new net, so I can use that net exclusively. We're gonna. Oh yeah, we gotta treat this right. We gotta do this right. Speaking of that, I gotta put these lids back on this tank. The 90 that I took them off. And I've noticed that the pothos is growing crazy on the lid here, on the rim. Like the roots are traveling along the edge of the tank, between the lid and the rim. So that's starting to root on the tank. It's kind of wild.
3G says you could make it a terrarium, and that way he will have one tank without BBA.
Just one. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me what are you?
You guys, you guys are gonna make Jason cry.
Nope. Not
Come
happening.
on now.
Not happening. All right. I think. Do I have like this is way too high of a flow, so I think this is the one. Okay, I turned it all the way off, so apparently it's not the one. Next. Is it this one? Let's turn that all the way off. Oh, that did something. Okay, cool. It's that one. Whoops. That's a pretty good chooch. A little too much. Now it's off. Now it's barely flowing. Slight little movements there. Perfect. Perfect. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Maybe we should lower this? Nah, we're good. Let's test the salinity. See where we're at.
Micken says hi Jason Fishman and everybody.
What up,
To
Mickum?
me, it sounds like you have got an illness or something. Like saying, "Please, doctor, I have started to have my real problems with my plenum." LOL.
I got a trick plenum. Gives out on me every once in a while. All right. Does anybody use these refractometers on a regular basis? I saw some girl in the store just dip the whole thing in the tank, and we're like, all right, it's whatever. I'm like, damn. I guess that works. Oh yeah, we're a little low here. This is 0.014, 3.5. So I think we need a little more salt. So a little low, but it's over. It's over 0.101. 1010. It's 1.0135. What it looks like. So maybe we add a little salt, a little salt water.
Good morning, Chris Aquazone.
Shh, doggy. Good morning, Chris. How you doing, man? Okay, let's try not to kick cameras. All right, we'll do maybe
3G is still asking, so will the 33 be a sump?
no. It's gonna be a tank right here. I think I'm gonna use it as a rainbow fish, like a whatever, like a muck kind, like just a bunch of rainbow fish display tank. And that frees up a lot of stuff for me to move other fish into, so then I can move other tanks and other fish. So I think that's what's going to happen.
Yes, people. He's not going to annoy the 33 long police by turning it into a sump. He is going to use it as a tank to house rainbows.
Currently. Let's add a little more salt. Probably
Oh,
a
oh,
little less than half a gallon.
sorry.
What happened?
He wants to know, will it be on a sump?
No, no, no. It is not. Yeah. I don't think that would be really practical unless I did the same setup on the other side. And then I'm losing 2 tanks because I got to put the sumps where those tanks are. And those are 20 long, so I really don't want to lose them. Right?
Jeff Kane says, I use a refractometer to check the
Those tanks.
antifreeze levels in boilers.
Nice. Do you just dip it right in or you take a sample? All right, what am I doing? I need to turn that light on. It's part of the problem. Bottom rack. Do I have my...
New Local Austin says, I heard rainbow fish are BBA carriers.
They might be. That was the other problem. Like, I got to take the rainbows out of a tank that has BBA in it, right? So, I don't know. Maybe we put them in a holding tank for a day. Or like a,
A quarantine tank.
quarantine tank. Do a lot of water changes. There's got to be a way, right?
Get rid of the BBA spawns that they carry on them.
The spores, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Spores.
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 Spores. All right.
Spores.
Got lights on. Letting that settle down a minute here. Let it mix in. What the heck was that? What did I just say?
Jason, so the 33 long is the same width as a 20 long, right?
Uh,
So it will be like
it's the same dimensions as a
ultimate.
55, same footprint as a 55 gallon. So I think it's 13 inches deep. Hang on, I got a cheat sheet floating around somewhere.
Yeah, which
And if I don't have a cheat
is
sheet,
that the dimensions of a 20?
let's find out.
20 long?
I don't have my cheat sheet, but I have a tape measure.
Measuring tape.
This is 12 and a half
Let's see.
width. This is 12 and 3/4. So a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. So about the same. About the same. Close. The height is a little different. You can see that just by looking at it. This height is 12 and what is that, 3/4 almost? A little shy of that. And this height is 13 and a quarter. So about half an inch taller. About 1/4 of an inch wider.
And Jeremy's saying, never mind. I didn't see the damn brace.
Mmm. Yep. There's a brace. Which I don't know if that's...
And Jason, please explain how the hell was the filter going like it was a jet boat?
because I had the air wide open. And then it's on a valve. in the back, like where I have the air, like the airline. It's a linear piston pump that goes into a PVC, 3/4 inch PVC, and then I tap it with like a valve that has a for the airline, right? And it has a little bar that you turn it on off, so you can adjust that valve slightly closed. Or I could have put a what do you call it, a valve on the airline too, but whatever. I just did it at the source, so that's how I toned it down. Yes.
And
All right. Where's
Jeremy was saying, I wonder if it would, if you cut the brace out, if you cut the brace, if it would bow out
I don't
or
know,
not. Why would you want to cut the brace though?
because some people don't like that in their way. But I think this. I don't think that pressures that much. I don't think you need the brace. Right? I think it's just there because they have them already mass made from 55-gallon tanks because it's the same
I don't
brace.
know. Well, I've had a 55-gallon the brace broke,
Yeah, but you're
and
also that's a lot more
it
pressure.
always scared me. It always scared me because
Yeah, I've had a 55-gallon with a brace broke
yeah,
and the
you see
tank
the thing is a
bowed like
55 is
crazy.
taller, so
Yeah,
you're right. It's more pressure being applied
that's
without a brace.
what I'm saying is I think the people have cut 55s in half, right, or down to the size of a 33, and they don't use the brace, right? So I don't think you need the brace. I think they put the brace on here because they already have them
Oh,
mass manufactured and they
he's
fit. So instead of making a new
he was
brace,
talking
they
about
just use that. So I don't think you
he
need
was
that brace.
talking about for so he could use it for Dean's fry setup.
Yeah. Well, I can do that with the brace too. Actually, sometimes the brace, if you get the right size stuff, might actually not be bad. This is still needs a little more salt. A little light on the salt. So I think we're just gonna add the rest of this gallon. So now we're more than, we've done 4 to 5 gallons. So we're at 9 gallons. So a little more salt than what do you call it? RO currently. Give that another minute. Let it stir around a little. Yeah, cool. Oh, Jesus. Just knocked my phone off. Oh, you fool.
3G says
Oh,
he
oh,
has
oh.
a 55 with broken brace that he's used for years outside.
I had a 55 where the brace broke and the thing bowed. Like it happened when I was at work. I came home from work and there was the light that was on the tank was in the tank because the brace it bowed out on both sides. It looked like I was surprised the glass didn't shatter how much it was bowed.
Hmm.
Somebody gave me that tank too, so who
Got it.
knows?
Got it filled all the way up to the very brim.
Well, yeah, it filled all the way up. It had a hang on the back. Had one of those old Whisper, whatever the ones with the bio wheels. Remember those bio wheel thingies? Where the wheel would always stop working. It
Jeremy
was a
says
great filter though.
thick, I have an old thick boy 55 with no brace to use, but I need to reseal it. A hundred
Uh,
dollars would be $100 would be worth not resealing and having brand new glass,
yeah, I think this was
in my opinion.
all said and done. It was like 130 bucks because the price went up a little and tax. So yeah, 130 bucks for 33, and get them while they're hot because they're not making anymore.
Hmm.
So there's that. All right, we're gonna give this a few minutes here. Guess we should look at rads while we're instead of looking at that, right? Something better to look at. Whoa, what is with this can? Oh, it's dented. That's dangerous.
Alishon says had three bow front tanks, center brace separated.
Now, bow front, I don't know how that works because it's already got like a bow in the glass, right? Or those aren't glass. Well, like, some of them are, aren't they? Are they acrylic?
I think all of them are.
Glass? But that
Yeah.
painted glass is in that shape, so I wonder how that works. Probably holds its shape pretty good. Yeah. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah,
I'm
no
guessing it held
idea.
up pretty good though, huh, Alshon? Like once that brace went, it probably didn't flex too much. He said it was glass. Lady Diane, what's going on? Oh yeah, stickers, everybody. I finally got Fishymon stickers. I finally got everything. I'm gonna get that stuff out. It's on the agenda. I apologize for the wait. Anybody who
Don't
asked for
forget,
stickers? I
don't
apologize.
forget,
Don't forget what?
and please not forget Liquid Zoo.
Reconnected. Interesting. That's interesting. That's a first. Apparently I
Hmm.
disconnected, reconnected. We here, guys? Everybody here? Yeah, I went frozen.
I heard
Well, I'm seeing it now.
like a notification. Bling,
Yeah, that was to let everybody. That was to let you know that I
bling.
was disconnected from. I guess the internet cut out. I don't know what's up. I'm back now. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, 'cause you did on my phone. You did go that circle thing for a while.
Hmm. I don't know how long. I don't even know what I was talking about. I was talking about stickers. If anybody emailed me for stickers,
Oh yeah, stickers. You were talking about stickers.
yep. I was saying if you haven't emailed me, you want stickers, email me. If you have emailed me, I apologize for the wait, but I've finally gotten Fishymon stickers, so I can send them out too. But they're coming. They're coming, people. And I said if you want stickers, email me here. That's it.
Jeremy says an extra inch than more tank space by just cutting my brace. Sounds like a life hack.
But is it really an extra inch more of tank space? I mean, can't you just fill it right up to the brim anyway? With the brace there? Like up to the brace?
Widthwise, I'm thinking he's talking about.
Like that lip on the. Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that whatever that is, quarter inch all around that it sticks in there, I guess. I can see it.
3G says I want stickers.
Don't worry, 3G. There were stickers in that box. I don't know if there were Fishymon stickers. I
It
guess I
came
can.
back to you.
Yeah, well, it hasn't come back yet. Apparently, it's at the local UPS. Came yesterday. You know, UPS ain't working Sundays. Come on. All right. Let's uh, let's see what the salinity's at. I have a feeling we're going to be good either
3G
way. We're
says
going to be
no,
close.
no BBA feed.
Put some extra in there.
He put some extra in there for you.
I'm going to like, yeah, I'm gonna sneak it in there.
Contaminate
Put a little
his whole
robot that as soon as you open the
trophy
box, it
with
pops out and goes
BBA,
straight to the nearest fish tank. Whoa, what is going on with
like a glitter
that?
bomb,
Exactly.
except it's a BBA bomb.
Okay. I think we need.
Hanowski, good morning.
I think we need still. I think I'm just gonna use salt. I might like. I'm running out of room to add water. Still a little low. It's like, I could go a little high. I mean, I could stay where it's at. I'm sure the fish would be fine. It's well within their parameters. 0.10 to 1 whatever. They can go full salt actually. So, but to be consistent, I want to make it just like their other tank. At least to start. Right? I'm going to add a little salt. That might have been too much. I'm going to do this slowly.
Eduardo says, "Oh my God, Jason, you are over 405 subscribers."
Woo!
WTG, Sir Jason.
Way to go. Thank you. Yeah, 405. Pretty cool, huh? I appreciate it.
Thank you for explaining the WTG for me.
No problem, man. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, 405, man. We're getting there. All right, let's see if we can stir the salt in.
So all the salt wasn't melted in that salt.
No, I just added
Oh, you
straight
put
salt.
salt in
Yeah, I
there.
added straight salt because it was
Yeah.
still a little low and I'm getting pretty full here. So I figured let's cut to the
Mm,
chase. Let's get this
mm.
air out of this. While we're here, we can squeeze the air out.
Big Shrimpin, good morning.
Guten Morgen. It's the light. That's what I want to see. I want to see the light so I can tell it's on. Heater. What's up, Big Shrimpin? Oh, you're the one that asked for stickers, I believe. Yes, I got your email. I was waiting for Fishroom. I slacked. They'll be coming. They'll be coming. Don't worry, man. I haven't forgot you. So,
He has not forgotten you.
did I mention?
And
I did mention this, but did anybody ever say whether they
Eduardo
dipped the whole
says
thing in?
you add salt to taste.
Yep. For extra
You
flavor.
know, just dip your finger in and taste it. See if you added enough.
Ooh, real close. Real close. A little sprinkle more, and I think we'll be good.
Real
Now, I was
close.
saying before, what I did last time to seed the tank
Real close.
was I took. Did I? Oh man, I didn't even do that, did I? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I think this is just still running RO water out of it, isn't it? Yep. Gotta shut that off.
And Bunny says, email sent for Jason and Fishimon stickers, collecting for Mark
Yeah,
Sterlson.
Bunny, I thought.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Either way, I can get them to you. I was supposed to meet you. I believe I gave some stickers to somebody for you, but I don't know if you ever got them. But either way, I'll send you more. All right. Let's maybe a little sprinkle. It's probably good. If it's not good, it's gonna be darn near close enough. I'm calling it good. We were almost there. I think it was 0.014 something when I looked at it last. So we're within a degree or a point per million. A peepum. Plus, I found like sometimes it takes actually a little bit longer for some of this stuff to fully dissolve. So I try to keep my salinity, like when I first mix it, a little low. Not entirely, because it does creep up like a notch. Because I think it takes a little while sometimes for those crystals to fully dissolve. You know? You know? Feeling me? Oh, did I screw
Bunny
this
says
up?
he never got the stickers, and supposedly someone all picked up my Clash T-shirt, and I never got
Oh,
that
jeez.
either.
I don't know about any of that. That stinks, Patty. Bunny. I just called you Patty. I'm sorry,
Patty's on
Bunny.
your mind?
No. What did I do with the lid to the stupid... I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What'd I do with the lid? This is part of the problem. I took the lid off the. It's probably in a pocket. Is it in my pocket? I have that habit of putting the lids in my pocket. Nope. All right, there's a lid to a milk jug floating around somewhere that I used to put on my RO thing. My milk jugs. Anyway, it's around here somewhere. We'll give it a minute for the water to circulate.
Don't you dare call me Patty.
I'm sorry. I corrected myself. Come on. All right. So, how we doing? Salt water. Or it's brackish water, I should say. Where the heck did that go? Man, this chat jumps quick.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently my text is clear. I don't think I can change that. Yeah, I was talking about how I seeded this tank, right? Well, the last tank. I had my saltwater tank that I had a piece of coral, well, whatever it is, live rock, I guess. Some rock that has been in the tank, the coral tank, for a while, like a year. I had a little piece of it, and I put it in the 5-gallon tank. And I had the tank filled pretty much like halfway with water, with salt water. Then I drip acclimated it until I filled the tank to whatever I wanted it, 0.10, 0.016, 5. And I did that over a day, and it didn't seem to affect the bacteria. And I tested every day for ammonia and stuff like that, and nothing was coming out. So I'm guessing it worked. Tank's been up now since the end of July, August, almost 4 months.
Yeah. Almost 4 months.
Almost 4 full months.
Almost 4 full months.
Full months, not like half months, or just like
Yeah. Full months.
full, like
Full.
full, like
Full.
all of them. Not even. Why did I do that stupid lid? This is gonna drive me nuts. I swear. What is wrong with me?
I swear.
I swear
I swear a
by
lot
the
too.
moon and. Yeah, I swear a lot.
I
I'm gonna
work in
start
a
swearing.
lumber yard. I swear all the time.
I'm gonna start swearing. All right. Let's test this. See where we're at. I like to do like a couple squirts here so I get a representative sample.
Paul Sotero is here.
What's
Good
up,
morning.
Paul? What's going on, man?
Happy Sunday, fish nerds.
Same to you. Oh yeah, perfect. Actually, a little too salty, but just a hair. Just a hair. It's like on the high end of it. So we could, yeah, we'll just top it off. And I think that's going to be good.
People in the chat talking about Clash
Clash.
23 already.
Oh yeah. When do tickets go on sale?
People are
Soon.
booking their hotel room and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know when the tickets go up. Maybe they already have. Maybe I'm just late to the party.
Scotty was talking about it last night on his
I missed
stream.
that. I went to bed, man. I wasn't having the best of days yesterday. Okay, people. I had a death in my family, so I was kind of bummed out. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. Wasn't feeling it. So I kind of took a low key day off. Anyway, what was on the stream last night? Did he talk about it? when they're going
Yeah,
live.
he was talking about the dates that everything is gonna be released and stuff. They're trying to do everything on January the 1st or something like that. I know.
Okay, so New Year,
I
everything
can't
goes live.
remember. Yeah,
Get your early bird
and
specials.
apparently somebody was saying that they bought tickets. At least they booked a room already, and it was cheaper than the discount that they were giving, or something like that.
I guarantee you what they
I'm not
did is they
sure.
probably knew the dates, booked the room, right? Before the hotel had locked in the dates, or before the dates were locked in with the hotel. And then when those dates were locked in, obviously the hotel knows that there's something happening on those dates, so their rates probably go up. And then they offer you a discount on their new rates. But if you were just book a room, I don't know, a year in advance, oh, I'm going to be here next year. Let's book
Yeah,
the room.
I don't know. I wasn't like paying attention 100%. You know.
Well, it's called
Like
capitalism,
I
man.
said,
That's how they get you. It's like they raise the price when they know people are going to be there. Bastards. That was a Rico shutdown if I ever seen one. What happened?
apparently they lost you for a second, or you lost them.
When? Just now?
Yeah, because I seen somebody throw up the
Oh, wow, we
circle
died.
emoji.
The stream died.
Yeah, and chat's only at 14 people now.
What the hell happened?
I think you
Started
and he's
streaming.
saying no Kirk.
Yeah, I saw your signals in the red, dude. Actually, it says you overheated. I don't know what's going on, man. According to this, we have very little internet. I guess we don't
Yeah,
have enough
so
internet.
is that that's on your side?
I don't know, man. I got to figure out. I think maybe Weiss might be watching something upstairs.
Is it saying you only have 15 people in the chat right now?
Yeah, probably because people left. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm not showing us broadcasting anymore either. But I see chat moving. No issue with the stream here. You're
Yeah.
fine. Hmm.
So
All
why is
right.
there so little people in the chat then?
Hang on a second. Shows me that your computer is overheating, though. I don't know what you're on. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I keep showing my
25
signal that's
says no
dropping.
issues here. We see you, Jason.
All right, you can see everything? Because on my screen, like whatever it is, it turned into a... Okay, it's back now, I guess. I had like a, whatever, generic, the stream ended screen. Okay. I don't know what's happening. The signal
Okay.
dropped. So I could see on my end that the signal went to crap. So now we're in the green again. So either
Hmm.
my
Okay.
ISP is doing some funky stuff on a Sunday morning,
Yeah.
or I got to go
It's
kill the
cold.
wife.
Yeah. It's cold weather.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is because it's too cold.
Freeze.
Lady Diane, you're still dead, so refresh. I think if everybody's still dead, you got to refresh. Wait, let me type that. If you're dead. Bam. Kirk's back too. We got Kirk. You hear Kirk?
Hello.
Yeah, I see you. Hey, no wife killing. Come on now, don't ruin my Sunday. All right, let's test it one final time. I think we're good no matter what. And we'll let this warm up. I don't know if we're going to get any fry in here today. Probably not. I should probably just start gathering eggs.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. On my end, everything was going. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. Did you hear me? Uh-oh. He's not hearing me. Are you hearing me? Fishimon.
Hear you. I'm
Lost
back.
Kirk. To me,
I'm back.
is he here? Are you here, dude?
I'm here.
Oh, you were muted. You must have disconnected and reconnected because you muted. Um, and I keep showing
Yeah.
your thing is overheating because it's showing me like it's in the red and in flames. So your stuff must be running hot. Man, I don't know what's
I don't
happening
know.
today,
It looks
folks.
pretty.
My signal's dropping again too. Jesus. All right, folks. I don't know. We might have to end this. It's getting hard. Well, we only got 5 minutes. All right, let's keep going. 5 more minutes. We're out. We can give the people what they want. All right.
Yeah. Give
I
the
can
people what they want.
what they need. Where is?
Uh, can people hear me?
I think so.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. Pum 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 pum
Pum
pum
pum
pum pum.
pum. I'm looking for tweezers. Where the
Oh,
hell are they?
what happened?
What happened with what?
You looking for tweezers? Why, you want to pluck your eyebrows?
No, I wanted to grab this out of the tank without sticking my whole hand in here, but guess I might have to stick my hand in
Me
there. Where the hell
again.
are my tweezers? Let's see. Let's think. When was the last time you used them? Probably. These are scissors. These are scissors. How do I lose anything? Everything.
Can
Aha!
anybody hear
Here they are.
me?
Still there? We all here? Everybody here? I don't think Kirk's here.
Can
Kirk, you're killing me.
anyone hear me? Can
Hold on. You're
anybody
muted again.
hear me?
No, because you keep disconnecting
Damn it.
and then you go mute. Your signal's in the red. And again, mine is probably too. Mine keeps going orange, green, orange, green. We can get through this, man. We can get through this. Oh, I lost him entirely. He's dead. Kirk is dead. Okay, we're on our own, people. If I see him back there, maybe I'll invite him back up, but I think he's gone. Alright, let's grab this little rock that I've been talking about this whole time. It's still in that 10 gallon, or the 5 gallon. It's covered in algae. Probably the perfect thing to seed a tank. Look at this nasty thing. This came from my saltwater tank that I put in the brackish tank and has decided to grow a bunch of algae. So I'm going to put algae in my brackish tank. And hopefully a lot of new and beautiful bacteria. Roll that beautiful bacteria. That's it. Okay. Now, I should put a mop in that other tank. Start gathering some more eggs. I'll have to do that. I have to make a mop. I don't have one. Oh, he's back. Hold on. I see him. Hold on. Hold on, man. I see you back there. What happened? Yes, I can hear you. Hold on. I think the stream can hear you now too.
I don't know what's wrong. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I see your signals all over the place, so I'm guessing you're losing signal. You need to
Yeah.
hardwire that. I'm hardwired. I don't know why I keep losing. It must be my internet today. It's having issues.
Yeah.
I keep going down like
Let me just make sure that just make sure that everybody can hear me. Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff, Jiggly.
yeah. I keep I'm
Now
struggling
I
here,
should
people.
see.
I think we're all struggling. Maybe this is
I
just the
should
area
see
here.
the.
I don't know.
I should see the chat.
My stream is dead according to my end. I don't know. I don't know, people. It's time anyway. Maybe we should just end this before it gets even worse. Yeah,
Hmm.
signal
They
is
heard me singing because people are saying Jigglypuff,
jiggling some puffs.
Jiggly in some puffs.
My stream is fine. Okay.
Jesus,
Okay.
I got these fun songs stuck in my head. Glitch.
People are saying I put the Blackbeard algae in. First of all, it's a brackish tank. I don't think Blackbeard can live in brackish water. However, I did put algae in the tank. But algae's not a bad thing, honestly. I mean, it looks like hell, but I mean, this is a fry tank. It's gonna be a fry tank.
And Eduardo saying, "No, Jason, stop saying you're ending. It you get us all worried,
You're worried?
worried,
Well, we have gone
worried.
full term here. Normally streams 9 to
The
11.
stream is on fire, not Kirk's computer."
Maybe. Yeah, let me move. Oh, we were going to talk about this, weren't we?
The bowls.
The bowls. Because it's pretty much we're at 6 months anniversary here now, right? 6 months? Yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
6 months. 6 months this week. This coming week. So, if anybody still has their bowl up and running, I'd really like to see some update photos. See how they are. Maybe we'll do a little judging action on that. Maybe we'll let the stream pick the winners. 6 months is not full term. I know, Eduardo. But it'd be nice to see what people are doing after 6 months,
Yeah.
or how they're doing. If anybody still has their
I
bowls
know
up and running.
I got my bowl up and running, and it has started to develop a lot of hair algae.
Oh yeah. Remember when I trimmed this last week or
Mm.
whatever that no, a few while ago? It's starting to grow a whole bunch of
Yeah.
new.
And people were freaking out.
Yep, but it's got a bunch of
People
new
were
growth.
freaking out.
Freaking out. I mean, they like lost it, but it's got a bunch of new leaves coming out.
They lost it.
Lost it. Now, I think we should that one and that one.
And Eduardo says Nano still has his, and it looks amazing.
Cool. I would love to see updates on it. So yeah, I guess we'll put that out there. Send in some updates, and when we get a bunch, we'll take a look.
Yeah,
And we'll send some.
everybody, send in some updates.
Yeah, yeah, that too. And eventually, I'm gonna clean my room here because like I got stuff everywhere. I mean, like this room is under construction. It's in flux. Once we get the tanks established, I can start moving stuff around.
Everybody,
There are gonna be big
send
changes
us
in this
your
fish room soon. By the way, big changes coming.
big changes, people.
Big
Big
changes.
changes.
Big.
He
Huge.
told me about it, and I have confirmed there are some big changes coming up, people.
We're trying.
You want to be around for these big
That's it. You're
changes.
gonna want to see them
Ian,
firsthand.
good morning.
Good. Ooh. Good
Ian
morning.
coming in through the back door.
What up, Ian?
Hey,
Hey, what?
and Roxanne.
Right on.
Roxanne says, I just took the bowl down 3 days ago.
Oh
No,
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 no.
no. But yeah, that sucks. Whoops. Oh no, I don't even have that open anymore.
And Jeremy says, I smoked my bowl. It didn't last long at all.
And Paul Sotero says, Kirk, do you flush your bowl regularly?
Yeah, even while I'm using it.
The preemptive courtesy flush.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Oh, where are we at here? Where's the other camera? There we
I'm a
go.
courteous guy.
Let's do this.
Barbara Jackson, good morning.
Good morning, Barbara Jackson. All right, there's the tank we just filled up. Brackish, seeded with some
Barbara Jackson says I'll send pictures.
perfect. Great. You got the email. I can put it up again, I guess. I don't know if I have it. Here. What is that noise?
What is what noise?
I don't know. If I knew what the noise was, I wouldn't be asking that question. I just heard a
And
weird noise in this
Eduardo
room.
says seeded with BBA algae.
Mm-hmm.
That's not BBA algae, Eduardo. Get your facts
Yeah, that's
right.
just regular old
That's
algae
hair
algae. I
algae.
don't even know. Well, I guess it's a type. It's kind of like that stuff that looks like slimy hair algae. It's not like the thick beard algae or hair algae.
It's slimy algae.
Slimy.
Slimy.
Slimy. That work? Yep, there's the email. Send
Slimy
your
algae.
bowl updates to that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
send your bowl updates to that email unless you're like Roxanne, who took down her bowl 3 days ago. Sorry, Roxanne.
Yeah,
Did you take a picture of it before you took it down?
it's okay, Fox. You said it isn't working in the room. Exactly. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's it. Things got to change. Don't keep things that aren't working. That's a good philosophy in life, actually. You got to right. Sometimes it's hard to recognize what's not working. No, that's half the problem.
Mm,
Identifying
half
the
the
problem.
problem. Identifying the problem,
Yup. Diagnosing it. Yeah.
diagnosing it,
Same idea.
and then acting on it.
Well, and then you need to act appropriately, right? Sometimes there's things are not easy. Sometimes you're in a bad situation where if you move one way or the other, you only have one move and they're never good. Yeah.
Ian says, I'm about to pack a bowl right meow.
Yum yum. Yeah. So what do I need? I need to do spawning mop. Get some eggs going. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do the eggs. Just put the mop in there, let it hang out.
What the is
Oh, dropped.
your internet is
It's dropped. It dropped
yeah,
again. Now I'm reconnected.
yeah, because on my phone all I see is a circle, circle, circle.
Yeah, I don't know
Now
what's
it's back.
happening. I don't know what's happening. I tell you, man, my internet's like wonky. I can see it like
Mm,
on my end. The signal goes all the way down. At one point, it went to zero. So
yeah,
I'm not sure what's
you're
happening.
back.
I'm back,
It's good.
but
You're
for how
back.
long, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Technical difficulties, people. Bear with us. You know.
It might be
Okay,
the the weather.
I should sing this song for them. I
No,
should.
what we should do
I beg your pardon.
is
I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There got to be a little rain. They dropped again while I was singing.
did it.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. Well, that's the sign to stop singing, and I guess we're out. Sorry, folks, but it's time anyway. There's too much. I don't know what's happening with this
Too
internet.
much internet interference.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
just think I got a
it's
bad janky connection right now, man. So,
yeah.
yeah. Yep. All right, folks. Well, I guess we're going to call it here. Call it a day. Thanks for coming. It was a good time. We did a lot. We'll have to set up for next week for that plenum. Or I'm sorry, we're calling it an under gravel filter now. Um, slash plenum. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be at it next week. All right, folks. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming. Everyone watching the replay,
Hopefully
thank you
we
very
have better
much.
internet next week.
Yeah, I'm sure. It just seems to, I don't know, something must be, maybe a pole or something, somebody whacked something, somebody's working on something. I don't know. Either way, thanks everybody.
Maybe it's a full problem.
Thanks for attending.
Bye, everybody.
Yup. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit it on the way out. Anybody watching the replay, love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, as always, hit that
Love you
button.
all. I love you,
Yep.
even you, Eduardo.
Up and as the words of Paul Sestero, stay fresh, cheese bags. See you on the next one. Bye.